Students, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the PPT is to be also showing on the screen. Is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. No need to say yes in the audio. Everyone is mute your audio. Okay. And I also mute your audio because
Okay.
echo sound will becomes
Okay, ma'am.
and also difficult to hear my lecture.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
ठीक है.
And don't open your video because so much of data will be consumed, and you never, if you have another lecturer, uh, topic is to be there. Okay, so it is difficult to again play the video. Okay, so don't open any video. Okay, if audio is if not audible to anyone, in the chat box you can write your every queries. Okay. And when the lecture is also started, the audio will be muted. So no one can hear me. I cannot hear you. Okay. So everyone, if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have any query, then you all are right in the chat box. And now I'm not saying anything. You can see in the chat box, I'm writing something to you. Okay, when the lecture is started, then only you can hear me. Student, that is one of the boy, that is Piyush Parida, is asking me that is which chapter, ma'am. I'm asking to Piyush, that is the smart board is visible to you or not? I'm already open one of the PPT here. Okay, today's chapter is computer networking. You all are aware about networking. Okay, we start the session after 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today I teach you about computer network. I think all of you aware about computer network. I ask you some questions before I start this lecture. So whatever the question I ask you, you write your answer in the chat box so that I understand that is you are aware about this topic or not, or you are giving a correct answer or not. All these things we are interacted through the chat box. Okay, students? Fine. So today I teach you introduction of computer networking, means what is computer network, and the next one is advantages of networking. Then we discuss networking components. Then we discuss types of computer network architecture, and network security. So according to the learning objective, first we have discussed what is computer network. Anyone can explain what is computer network? Is it possible now world? Is it possible without a network? Can you hear me? No one is giving any answer in the chat box. I'm asking that is what is computer network? You all are using networking. Now, what is the benefit of computer network? No one is giving the answer. Okay. So this is your definition of computer network. A computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. What it means? See, in this picture, you can see that is, these are the what? 1, 2, and 3. These are the computers. And what are the peripheral devices here? Printer, scanner, mobile, all are called as peripheral devices. So why we create networking here? To share data and hardware resources. What do you mean by sharing of data? Now also you are sharing your data. How? Through the chat box? Yes or no? How I see your queries? Because you are sending messages. So that I will confirm that is you are audible, and also if you have any doubts, that is also I can understand. Yes or no? So this is also, the chat box is one of the sharing of your data. And what is hardware resources? See, in this picture, you can see that is the one printer, scanner is to be there. Okay, so consider in your home also, that is 3 PC are there. 3 PC means these 3 computer systems. Okay, and your brother is also wants to print something, and you also want to print something, and your father also print the document at the same time. So what we need? We need a printer, and each device must have a printer. Then only all 3 users. Who are the users here? You itself, your brother, and your father? Yes or no? So how many printers will be required? 3 printers. But if you are creating a network system, so how many printers will be required here? Only 1 printer. And if that printer is shared, that is called hardware sharing. So here, which is your hardware resources here? Your printer. Okay, so if printer is to be shared in a network, then what is the benefit you are getting? Through one printer, you itself and your brother and your father all are print at a time. Yes or no? So that's why the definition is called as, that is, a computer network is defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices are linked together. How they are linked together? You are also using a mobile phone. Through mobile phone, you are connecting with me and with your friend also. So that is called wireless or wired network. Students, tell me, a mobile phone is a wired network or a wireless network? Please write in the chat box. I'm asking something to you. A mobile phone is a wireless network or a wired network? Okay, okay, okay. I'm not scrolling. Scroll down. So many students is giving the answer. Good, good. Ankit Samal is also writing that is computer network means the interconnection of all computerized. Very good. Yes. Vinith Patra is also saying that is wireless network. Gaurav Kumar Sahu. Yes, very good. Aryan Roy, not hear me. Check your volume. Yes, one of the student is asking, that is Piyush Parida, that is what is the meaning of peripheral devices? Listen, whatever the external devices you are connecting to the CPU, that is central processing unit, or here we are using router. Okay, see in the picture, router's device is to be there. Later we discuss what is router. Okay. So here peripheral devices, that is the external devices. What are the external devices we are connected here? That is printer, scanner, okay, the mobile phone, if you want to transfer, okay, the data. So we need a what? USB cable. Okay, so anything you are connected or inserted in a, yes, yes. Okay, Amit Kumar Das, again saying that is not audible. Please check your volume. And if microphone is to be there in your home, please use it. Okay, I think all of you understand the definition, or any doubts? Okay, so here, say that is, these are called wired network. Why? Because we are using wires to get the network. But see, in this system, there is no wire connection is to be there. And also the mobile phone is also showing here. There is no wire is to be connected to the router. So here this two system is called as wireless network system. Okay, students? Can I go for the next slide? Fine. The computers in a network can communicate with each other as well as work independently. What it means? We can sit anywhere in any city or in the world. We can communicate through the mobile phone. and also we do our work independently. Nowadays, that is our lockdown period is there. So how the office work is going on? All are sitting in the home and do their work. How it is possible? They also contact with the what? With the office. And now also I am also contacting with you without going to your home. How you see my lecture video? Lecture, that is work independently. Yes or no? We can sit in anywhere in the city or in the world. We can do our work and send the information to anywhere. Next point, that is a very important point, that is each computer in a network is called node. नेटवर्क में जितने सारे कंप्यूटर्स हैं, सारे कंप्यूटर्स को, ईच कंप्यूटर को हम क्या बोल के बुलाएंगे? कंप्यूटर सिस्टम नहीं बोलेंगे वहां पर, वहां उसको क्या बोलेंगे? वी ऑल्सो से दैट एज नोड. ओके, the computers in a network may be linked through, so how we link that computers through in a network? Through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, or infrared light beams. What are these? All these things? Cables, telephone lines is generally used for what? Wired network. Radio waves, where we are using in the mobile phone. How you get the network? Through the radio waves. And infrared light beams, you can see in the remote, your TV remote. Okay, infrared light beams are used. Next, we go for advantages of networking. So before I start this advantages of networking, I show you one image. Okay. So generally, when we are forming a network system, so many computers are connected through a what? Server. In this picture, you can see that is, I'm writing client and server. Is it visible to you? See, that is, this computer is also saying client. How many clients are there? 4 clients and 1 server. So what is the difference between client and server? When we are accessing any data in the networking system, we are sitting in front of the internet, and if you are getting any information, then just we have write our queries in the Google search, and it automatically showing all the information. So who give that all the information? Where that data will be there? Stored. Who sent that all the information to my computer? This computer is not created by me. So how you get it? All the information in the network system? That is possible through the what? Server. Okay, what is the server here? A computer system which contains all the information of the clients. And what is the use of the client? Client is always sending the request to the server, and server is take the request and again send the response to the client. Then only we can get all the information in the networking system. Okay, so what are the benefits we are getting if you create this type of network system? Okay, so in this network, if you create any network system, so many computers are connected in a single computer. Okay, so who send all the information? The server is sending all the information to the clients. So what are the benefits we are getting? See, that is the first. Okay, student, the first advantages I have written here, that is efficient use of storage media. What is the efficient use of storage media? Consider there is a 4 users sitting in front of the computer system, and all are wants to access the student information. What is the student information? Consider one of the user is required the result of the 7A, class 7A. Another student is wants to see the result of 7B, or some of the students is wants to see that is the top 10 students of your class. Okay, so how they access all this data in the computer system? See, in your computer lab also, when you want to access any data, what you do first? You must have to store all the data in your computer. Then only you can access the data. Yes or no? So consider if all the user is required same data, that is what? You are creating a student information. That is a file, contains all the information about the table, students. Okay. So if all the user is required the student details, then what we do? We must have to store that big file in every computer. Then only each student can access that file or the data which is required. So what is the demerit in the previous one? If there is no networking system is to be there in your computer system, that is every computer must to be stored that big file. Yes or no? But if we go through the networking system, where we store the data? Only the server. So if the server is contains that big file, is it required to store in the clients? No. That is, we never required to store that big file in every client. So how they get the data? They only send the request to the server. That is, I want this information. Another client is sending the information, that is, I want to see the top 10 students details of class 7. Okay, so in this way we can store the big file only in the server, not in every computers. So that is the first advantages. It says that is efficient use of storage media. So I think all of you understand how to efficiently use the storage media. Or I repeat again. See, that is efficient use of storage media and the hardware devices. Next advantage is also there. That is the hardware devices. That is also we can explain again. Okay, efficient use of storage media means what? What I'm saying, that is, if the same information, that is what? Every user is access the same file, that is a class. You are in class 7. Consider you are see the result of what? Class 6. So all the users want different type of queries related to the same file. That is what? Class 6 result. So what you do? We must have to store, consider related to your video also. You are listen, so that is playing so many games and so many things you have do in the computer lab. So consider the same game is to be wants to be played by every students. One of the user is playing a game and other user is see that game and all are interested to play that game. Okay, so what we do, we must have to store that software in every computer. Then only we can access the that game in every computer. Yes or no? So consider that game or the software will be required some MB. Okay, that is a big file or big storage is required. Large storage is required. So you must have to load that game in every computer. Yes or no? But in a networking system, I already saw you that is in through this picture. What the picture says, in this client, is there any CPU is to be there? See, only monitors are there. Okay, that means what? A server is contains, who contains all the information? CPU, this is your CPU. Okay, so CPU, who contains all the information? Only one system. If this client is required the data of the what? The class 6, 6A details. Then this client is only send the request to this server and server is send that information to this client. But this system or this client is never contain any big files. Who contain all the files? Only server. So how many places you store that file? Only one place. Listen, a server is nothing but a computer system. सर्वर सिर्फ उसका नाम दिया गया है. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि सर्वर मतलब कुछ अलग सा है. देखो हम सर्वर मतलब क्या किए यहाँ पर, एक कंप्यूटर सिस्टम ही ड्रॉ किए ना. है कि नहीं? तो सर्वर is nothing but a what? A large storage capacity and which is connected in the network, whose responsible is to share the information to all the clients. हमने एग्जाम्पल भी दिया था, जैसे कि आप क्या करते हो, जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए, जो आपको नहीं पता है, आप क्या करते हो, यू आर searching the information in the Google, directly you write it down, whatever the queries is to be there. In that case, you are working as a what? You are treated as a client. Okay, so when you send or search anything in the Google, that is automatically the internet is provides the information to your screen. How you get it? Is that information is loaded in your system? No. आपके सिस्टम में वो इंफॉर्मेशन था नहीं. वो कहाँ से आ रहा है? आप जिससे कनेक्टेड हुए हो, जिस सर्वर में वो डाटा है, वो सर्वर क्या करेगा, आपको क्वेरी को देखा, जो आपको चाहिए वो सेंड कर दिया आपके कंप्यूटर में और आप बैठ के आराम से आप देख पाए. है कि नहीं? तो वो जो इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए वो आपके सिस्टम में लोड करना पड़ा हमें? नो. Okay, so if you want to load any software or any file or anything, we need not to load in individual computer system. How many clients are there? 4 clients. Okay, so 4 clients के पास वो files रहने से ही वो access करेंगे. ऐसा है क्या नेटवर्क सिस्टम में? नहीं है. कहाँ स्टोर करना है? सिर्फ सर्वर में ही स्टोर करना है. इफ यू स्टोर दैट इंफॉर्मेशन इन द सर्वर, then all the clients is automatically access that information. So how many times you load that software or a file? Only once. Okay. Again, any doubt related to your server? Listen, a client server model is to be there in the next, there is a slide. Okay. So before I go through the advantages, you must have to understand that is what is the network system, how you access the data, all these things. Okay. So how many times you load that file? Only once. In where? In only one computer system, that is called server. Okay. Yes, I'm muted my audio. Okay, again ask any doubts. Now you're audible, students. Listen, this is your first class, so you're facing some problems. Okay. Again, we revise all these things. Don't worry about it. Okay, students. I show you a presentation. Okay. So please say that screen is to be visible to you or not. Okay. Is it visible to you? Can you see the presentation? Please say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay. So we go through the first advantage, that is efficient use of storage media. I think all of you understand What is the efficient use of storage media? Or have you any doubt? You
Yes,
have,
ma'am, doubt.
listen, that is, I'm saying that is efficient use of storage media means in the networking system, how many times you share or save that same file again and again. Consider you are having a game software. Okay, I go for your example. Go with your example. Okay. So consider you are having a game software. Fine. And every student is wants this software. Why? Because all are wants to play that game. So what you do? Is it automatically comes in your computer? No. You must have to be store that software in every individual computer system. Then only all the user can access that game. Yes or no? Sometimes you're saying that is, ma'am, QBasic is not coming in my computer system. Why? Because that QBasic software is not loaded in your computer. That's why you're not accessing that software in your computer system. Yes or no? But in networking system, what we do, we need not to store the same software repeatedly in every computer. Where you store? Only one computer system we are using, that is called server. What is a server? Server is nothing but a computer system which having a what? A large storage capacity, and it act as a server to send the information to the client, having a capability to send the information to the clients. एक ही कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में हमें लोड करना है वो सॉफ्टवेयर को. लोड करने से क्या होगा? सारे कंप्यूटर में वो सॉफ्टवेयर अवेलेबल हो जाएगा. Through this way, we can use the efficiently use the storage media. Okay. What is the definition is to be written here? Storing shareable application data on a network drive. Who is the network drive here? The server. If you store anything in the server, that is in a computer system, what happened? All the clients is access that सॉफ्टवेयर. हमें इंडिविजुअली हर कंप्यूटर में जाके स्टोर करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. कहां स्टोर करना है हमें वो सॉफ्टवेयर को? ओनली इन द सर्वर. Okay, once you have stored that software in the server, then what happened? All the clients can access that software. We need not to load that software individually in every system. Fine. Next, we go for preserving information. What is preserving information? Keep backups on a central location. देखो जैसे कि हम बोलते हैं कि आपके कंप्यूटर सिस्टम स्लो हो गया है. क्या है? बहुत सारा डाटा आपने स्टोर कर दिया आपके कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में. So what you do? If you store a big amount of data that is which is exceed of your storage capacity, then what you do? You take a backup. Backup means what? You take it in a pen drive or in a hard disk, that is external hard disk you have to purchase to keep all the data. Okay, so consider the information that is a number of computer systems are there. So if you go for every computer system, plug in that, use that pen drive and save all the information individually, that is what? Takes much time? Yes or no? सारा डाटा कहां पर है? सर्वर में है. अगर आपको डाटा सेव करना ही है तो हम क्या करेंगे? ओनली वी गो टू द सर्वर एंड इंसर्ट योर पेन ड्राइव एंड सेव योर ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन. सारे क्लाइंट्स जो भी बनाए हैं, जो भी है, वो सब कुछ किसके अंदर है? सर्वर के अंदर है. सो इफ यू एक्सेस ओनली वन कंप्यूटर सिस्टम, यू कैन सेव ऑल द डाटा. We need not to go to the what? all the computer system to store or save the data in your external devices, like your pen drive. Okay. Next, we go for reduction in hardware cost. What is the reduction in hardware cost? Hardware devices like printers, scanners, CD writers, etc. can be shared. What it means? हमने last जब भी हम definition बताए थे networking में, in the when I defined the definition of the network, one picture is showing. That is how many printers will be there in that network system? Only one. If individual clients are required to print the same documents, print their documents, then how many printers will be required? So many printers. But in a network system, how many printers you are using? Only one printer you are using. Why? That is possible through the networking system. क्या करेंगे? प्रिंटर को हम सर्वर के साथ कनेक्ट करेंगे और वहां से शेयर कर देंगे. जिस यूजर को चाहिए, जिस क्लाइंट को चाहिए, उस क्लाइंट को हम क्या दे देंगे? परमिशन दे देंगे. जिससे क्या करेंगे? वो क्लाइंट बैठ के जहां पर भी बैठ के वो प्रिंट ऑप्शन को क्लिक करेंगे, ऑटोमेटिकली कहां से प्रिंट आउट निकलेगा? एक ही प्रिंटर से सारा प्रिंट आउट निकलेगा सभी यूजर का. Okay, so in this way we can reduce the what? Hardware cost. Fine. Again, any doubts related to the advantages? What is node? I show you that is the client server architecture. In the client server architecture, each client is called as what? Node. नेटवर्क सिस्टम में अगर हम जितने सारे कंप्यूटर्स को रखते हैं, उस ईच कंप्यूटर को हम क्या बोलेंगे? पीसी नहीं बोलेंगे, पर्सनल कंप्यूटर नहीं बोलेंगे, उसको बोलेंगे हम नोड बोलेंगे. क्या बुलाएंगे? नोड. ओके. Node is a term. Okay, we are using in a network system. Each computer in a network system is called as node. Okay. So I think all of you understand what is the efficient use of storage media, preserving information, reduction in hardware cost. Okay, next we go for the efficiency. What is the efficiency? Manipulation of data or software to be done at central location, which brings more efficiency and effectiveness into working system. देखो, जैसे कि आपका सॉफ्टवेयर करप्ट हो गया, बहुत सारे यूजर्स का सॉफ्टवेयर करप्ट हो गया, काम नहीं कर रहा है, किसी का क्यू बेसिक काम कर रहा है, किसी का क्यू बेसिक काम नहीं कर रहा है. If the software is not working in your computer system, then what I do? I go and individual user and solve that problem. Yes or no? I repeatedly uninstall all the software, install that software, or if any problem is to be there, I check it repeatedly in every user computer system. Yes or no? But in the networking system, where all the softwares will be there, where all the data is to be kept in the server. So how many places you have to change or modify the data, manipulate the data and the software? Only in the server end. That is called central location. What is the central location meaning here? It's related to the server. कहां पर चेंज करना है? सिर्फ सर्वर में अगर हम चेंज कर देंगे, अगर सॉफ्टवेयर काम नहीं कर रहा है तो हम क्या करेंगे? सर्वर में जाएंगे, सर्वर में उस सॉफ्टवेयर को देखेंगे क्या प्रॉब्लम है, उसको ठीक कर देंगे. तो क्या होगा? एवरी यूजर इज एक्सेस दैट सॉफ्टवेयर प्रॉपरली विदाउट एनी प्रॉब्लम. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज redundancy. What is redundancy? By sharing files over the network, the need of files or any information can be eliminated. Consider, I already give an example, that is the same file is accessed by number of users. That is what? A class 6 result sheet will be loaded in every user computer system. Okay, so if any modification is to be done by a particular user, so is it reflected to the other user? No. Consider करो जैसे कि हाँ, आर्यन रॉय ने क्या किया, क्लास 6 का उसका जो रिजल्ट शीट था उसमें उसका मैथ का मार्क्स कम था, उसने बढ़ा दिया अपना मार्क्स, तो वो क्या मार्क्स बढ़ जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली सारे कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में जो जो उस फाइल को यूज किए थे? नो, दैट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. The changes done in one computer system, that is not reflected in every computer system. Yes or no? Fine. So what we do in that case, if I change anything that should be reflected in every user, हम जो भी चेंज करेंगे सारे यूजर वो चेंजेस देख पाए. कैसे होगा? That is possible in the networking system. Where we change the data? In the server side. Server, हम जो भी data share किए हैं वो कौन send किया है? Server. Okay, so if you change anything in the server side, server जहां पर जिस computer system में है उसमें जो file है, okay, you open that file and do any modification, that is automatically reflected the changes in every computer system. Why? Because all the clients is use the same file. Okay, that is called redundancy. Generally, redundancy, the meaning of redundancy is what? Duplication of data. What is the duplication of data here? The same file is to be loaded in how many computers? There is so many computers to access all the users, the same file. Okay. So if the redundancy will be increased, redundancy means what? Duplication of files. What is the duplication of files? If you store the same file in every computer, that is called what? Duplication. Okay, in the networking terms, that is called redundancy. ओके, सो अगर हम सेम फाइल को बार बार हर कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में लोड करेंगे तो क्या होगा? मेमोरी वेस्टेज होगा कि नहीं? Every computer is occupied that amount of memory to save that file. Yes or no? So through the networking system, the duplication of data will be removed. How many times you store that file? Only once. Where you store it? Only in the server. Okay. Quickest document delivery. You know that, everyone. That is, within a fraction of time, we can send any information. We take an example, that is, now you are using a chat box. Within a fraction of time, you send all the information. Yes or no? So that is called quickest document delivery. Here document means related to your file, software and everything. अब कंप्यूटर में जब इंटरनेट यूज कर रहे होगे वहां पर देखना कि अपलोड होता है, शेयर ऑप्शन होता है, डाउनलोड ऑप्शन होता है कि नहीं? डाउनलोड मीन्स व्हाट एवर the document is available in the internet, if you want to save it in your computer system, then we can use the download option. And what is upload? If you want to share your document in the internet. Okay, so you can share any information or any files within a fraction of time through the network system. जब नेटवर्किंग नहीं था हम क्या करते थे? हाउ वी शेयर आवर इंफॉर्मेशन? थ्रू द लेटर, थ्रू द पोस्ट ऑफिस, है कि नहीं? पोस्टल में जाके हम लेटर लिख के उसमें डालते थे, तब जाके हमें जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर करना है दूसरे यूजर से वो जाता था दूसरे यूजर के पास. ओके, बट through the network system we can share information and files over the network instantly. Yes. I sent you this all the documents in the next class. Okay, when the chapter is over. Okay, this is the first class, so I saw that is how many students are added, and their how they are understand or not, all these things. I see. Okay, so in the next class I provide this lecture notes. Book is available, students. Book is available. बुक आपके पास सेंड किया गया था ना? कंप्यूटर बुक है सभी के पास? ओके, गुड, फाइन. Okay, in the next class, when this chapter is over, I provide this material to you. Okay, you can download and you can write down all the notes in your copy. Okay, okay, no problem. No problem. In the next class, I provide this material. Okay, any doubts, any query, students? Very less time is to be there. Please ask. All of you understand what is client, what is server? No, you don't ask router now. Okay, in the next class I tell you what is router and what are the devices we are connected. Okay, just I give you a, not briefly I'm explained here today. Okay, just I started, that is what is the definition and advantages. Good. So remember, students, whenever the chapter is covered, as you know, you all know that is when I start the next session, I ask you the question first. Okay, whatever I teach you in the previous class, then I start the next session. Okay, so every time you keep your copy and pen with you. So whatever I explain you, every time I tell you that is, don't go for the what the definition and all these things. Whenever you, okay, ma'am, your voice is cutting. Piyush Parida. Okay, you write down the note some points whenever you whatever you have learned in the previous class. You write down the points. Okay, in your copy with your own language, so that you can remember everything. Okay, the notes are available. Everything is to be available in the internet, and I also provide you. Very good. Piyush Parida is wrote down in the note. Good, good. Okay, I have a next class. Okay, in class 7. So I stop my lecture today. Okay, in the next class, again, I go briefly about the components of network. And again, I ask you the question, you are understand properly or not? Okay. Okay. What you not understand? Abhishek Kumar, all. Why? Abhishek Kumar, what happened? Why you are not understand? Audio is not available. Huh? Abhishek Kumar. Okay. Thank you, students, to hear me. Okay. So next class, again, I go briefly, and if you have any doubt, you can ask without any hesitation or any problem. Okay. Okay. Have a nice day.